Motorhead Garage, presented by Topcoat, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
I want to give you a tip that's usually overlooked when doing a brake job. It's called lubing the caliper slides. And first we have to understand how it works and why do we want to lube them. Well, when you apply the brakes on a moving caliper, the inboard pad contacts the rotor, then the whole caliper kind of shifts over. It has to move over for the outboard pad to make a good coefficient of friction against this rotor to stop your car. Well, you want to lube the slides. Well, what does that mean? Well, you go get you some brake or ceramic lube right here, and you want to put it where the caliper moves. Well, I said there's two types of moving calipers. If you take a look at this graphic right here, you can actually see there's a sliding caliper and a floating caliper. Now this is important because if you have a sliding caliper, you want to go ahead and clean the surfaces up there by the support key, the spring, and the ways up there. That's where the caliper moves back and forth when the driver applies the brakes. Now on the other side, the floating caliper, it's actually floating on those guide pins. So you want to pull them out, put them on a wire wheel, clean them really, really well. Now on our Ferrari here, we actually have a sliding caliper here. So you would just take a wire brush, go and clean it, make sure you do it. Brake jobs are common, but lubing the caliper slides is often forgotten. So make sure you do it on every brake job.
You are locked on to Motorhead Garage, presented by Topcoat. You know, there's nothing more useful than a pickup truck, but there's a way to make it even more useful, to make it work for you. Our old buddies Brian Loans and John Gardner can show you how.
You know, every day across America, millions of tradespeople, construction workers, welders, ranchers, and farmers drive down the road in their pickup trucks with toolboxes like this in the back. And, well, you think you've seen one, you've seen them all. This ain't just a toolbox, and I promise you ain't seen nothing like it before. This is the CIC Powerbox, and I'm here with Mike from CIC Powerbox. You're the inventor, creator, innovator behind this product. Tell me why this isn't just a toolbox.
Well, this is a toolbox that has built into it an electric generator, an air compressor system, and a jump start system that's available to use at any remote job site, and it doesn't use your truck power.
So, you know, we talk about job sites and they're normally run by generators. Guys are buying gas, they're dragging stuff in and out of their trucks every day. What you're telling me is what I'm looking at right here replaces that completely.
Completely. You still have room for your tools when you're done. You've got AC power with one switch, you turn it on, you've got AC power here, 30-foot extension cord, you've got AC outlets here, you've got bus strip inside so you can plug in all your hand tools, battery power tools. You got air power, just turn on your air compressor. You've got a 25-foot air hose you can run with your air compressor out on the job site. You've even got an auxiliary hose here that you can add in a spare tank, and jumper cables. Heavy-duty 1-gauge jumper cables, plug in right to the side here, and you can jump start tractors, combines, semi-trailer trucks, any 12-volt system.
That was going to be my next question. Is we're going to move over and check out, this is the crossover style box. We're going to go check out the chest over here. Let's talk about power, because this isn't a deal where you're going to run a 12-volt drill for 10 minutes and then be waiting to charge it up again.
No, our smallest system starts with a 4-hour battery system, and then it goes to a 6-hour contractor's battery system, and then we've even got a Boss 8-hour battery system, which will basically last you all day. And it does hook up to your vehicle when your vehicle is running, and only when your vehicle is running. So if you do use a lot of power out of it, just start your truck and you still have power. You can continue working. It basically replaces the generator at that point.
And the amazing thing too is you can actually jump your own truck to start with the box.
Correct. If you happen to leave the dome light on in your pickup and your battery's dead in the morning, you just flip a switch inside the box and it will reverse the power back to your truck and it will jump start your vehicle, so you still can't be late for work. I'm sorry.
You know, you have a lot of these units out in the field. Let's talk about some of the different applications that you see being used.
Oh gosh, our demographic for our marketplace goes everywhere. We're selling to construction companies, we're selling to farmers and ranchers, we're selling to all of those kind of people that basically need remote power wherever they go.
But as Brian said earlier, you ain't seen nothing yet, because we're going to put it into action. I'm here with Morgan. Morgan, we're actually going to jack up this truck and take off a couple lug nuts with a self-contained unit. Walk me through the process.
Absolutely, John. So what we've already done is we've already set up our pneumatic jack up underneath. It's a 20-ton jack, so you can jack up very heavy equipment with this alongside one of your trucks. But the AC power does charge the compression system, so we already have all of that on. We already have a 5-gallon air reserve built in, a 3-gallon air reserve built in, 5-gallon air tank inside through the auxiliary. So we have 8 gallons of air reserve right now. We're going to jack up the tire, take off a couple lugs for it.
All right, well, let's get it jacking up. Now, we placed the jack stand under the axle, made sure it's safe. It's got all its self-contained equipment here. I mean, this is incredible. We're talking about 6 years patent in the making here. This is patented, available to you in the public. So the truck's up that easy.
Yeah, that quick. We're already done, John, and now I'm just going to take off a couple lugs with our electric impact out of our 2,000 watt continuous AC output with a 4,000 watt peak.
Wow, go for it.
Justin, we've seen how the Powerbox could literally save someone's own bacon on the side of the road, but if you're an ornamental iron worker, somebody that's out there doing metal work in the field, also a great solution, right?
Yeah, this is a great solution for you to be able to do all of your metal work right out of the back of your truck.
Fire at will.
All right.
You got an angle grinder here?
We got the angle grinder here, and what we're going to do is just kind of demonstrate that you can really run it to what you need to do.
Yeah, this isn't something that 20 minutes into using the grinder, it's going to be dying on you. There's hours and hours of power here.
Hours of use out of this.
Michael, the box is phenomenal. What about the installation, man? It's just as easy, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you, John. Yeah, that's really the beauty of the product is it's super simple to install. It's one positive wire that runs directly to the positive terminal on the vehicle battery. Then you have a negative that runs right to the chassis of the vehicle to ground out the system. And then you simply plug it right into the quick disconnect at the base of the system and you're ready to rock and roll.
Now, what about my vehicle? Do I need to upgrade the charging system or anything?
Not at all. You don't need any kind of vehicle upgrades, no modifications to your alternator. The system is compatible with any 12-volt system.
I'll tell you what, I'm sold, I'm speechless, but someone who's never speechless is Brian. Let's check in with him.
Go ahead and turn this down a second. You know, CIC Powerbox offers a ton of different great options, including stuff like this. Full-on stereo with a power antenna. You can keep the whole job site alive all day with tunes. You can also get the boxes powder-coated black. A bunch of things you can do. Check out the company's website. Mike, the story I want to know, what is the CIC in CIC Powerbox?
Well, it stands for if you take and own a power box and you go out in the middle of the woods and build something with it, people ask you why you did that, you can say, "'Cause I can."
There you go. The story behind the story at CIC Powerbox. One of the neatest things we've ever had come through the shop.
Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat. We'll be right back after this, so don't touch that dial. Does anybody have dials anymore? I guess if you do, you've got a really old TV. Anyway, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.